I get it. It would be nice to have a playoff spot on lock and just to be kicked up somewhere, sipping on a daiquiri, waiting for January to roll around. But I think we can all admit it is a little bit fun for these games this late in the season to have this much meaning. And that's exactly the case when it comes to Sunday night's matchup against the New England Patriots. Last game at home for the season, Ravens 2.5-point favorites rolling into that one. And it's going to be a lot of fun because let's face it, you got to win this ball game. You have to be victorious because you still have the division in your hands. You still have a chance and you still control your own fate. That's the most important thing. You went out, you win the division. No ifs, ands, or buts about it. I don't care about what happened last night. You take care of business starting on Sunday. You win the AFC. Coming up, we got a scouting report, keys to victory, my score prediction. But make sure, if you want to beat the Patriots, hit that thumbs up button, like today's video. If you're watching and there's less than 200 likes, you got to like it. Okay, I need at least that many on today's video. And if we lose, I'm going to blame you. And I'm going to tell your family, hey, you're the reason the Ravens lost that football game. Scouting report for the New England Patriots. They are 11-3, have had an unbelievable season. Went from having back-to-back years of top 5 picks to being a top seed in the AFC. Number 2 overall. They were number 1 until they lost on Sunday to the Buffalo Bills. They're number 1 in the AFC East. Mike Vrabel is their head coach. First year of him being head coach in New England. It's obvious he's been a massive culture changer. Drake Maye, second-year quarterback. He's playing at an MVP level. However, they did just lose in crazy fashion against the Buffalo Bills on Sunday. That was their first loss since September 21. They went all of October, all of November without losing a football game. Hopefully, you can stack 2 in a row. How you might be able to do that? Number 1, you got to win the turnover battle. This one's going to be important. This one's imperative, okay? And I think we saw that with Cincinnati. More on that in just a second. Let's talk about the turnover profile for both of these teams. The Baltimore Ravens defensively have forced 16. However, they've given away 20 on the offensive side of the football. Patriots, even, both sides. 14 forced, 14 giveaways. They have the Baltimore Ravens in differential at -20. Ravens have forced more, however, they've given up 6 more than the New England Patriots have. Drake Maye is still good. Like, he's really, really good. But he also still a rookie, or not a rookie, second-year player, excuse me. Like, he's young, right? Like, you're going to be able to rattle him. The game has not slowed down to Drake Maye yet, like it has, like for Joe Burrow or Josh Allen. The game's still moving at a very rapid pace. And we saw perfectly on Sunday against Cincinnati just how big turnovers are. Like, think about the difference between the 2 games you've played the Bengals. 5 turnovers. You turned it over 5 times on Thursday Night Football on Thanksgiving. You lost that game big. You won the turnover battle on Sunday. You beat them by 24 points. One of them you even took for 6. And also Lamar Jackson. Like, this isn't just a defensive stat. Offensively as well. I need 8 to be careful with the football. Something he necessarily has not been this season. Now, that interception he threw on Sunday, not on him. That hit Zay Flowers right in the hands. It just popped right into the hands of a Cincinnati Bengals defender. Regardless, need Lamar Jackson to keep the ball in his hands, in his mitts. And if you do that, maybe force a turnover or 2, you have a good shot to win this ball. Who you got in it, Ravens or Patriots? You let me know down below in the comment section. Give me a BAL if you think it's the Ravens. If you think it's the Patriots, for some reason, go ahead, give me an NE down below in the comment section. Number 2, key to victory. You got to be able to stop the run, okay? This is pretty much important to do in any football game you play at any level, whether it's middle school, high school, college, or NFL. If you make offenses one-dimensional, that's going to do you a lot better, especially when those offenses have guys like Travion Henderson, who, again, he's a young player, just like his quarterback. But, man, is he talented. Just look at some of the stuff he was able to do this year. If you really want to see how good he is, go watch some highlights from their game against the Buffalo Bills. He's 4th in the National Football League among qualified running backs with 5.4 yards a carry. This dude's going to be really good for a long time. And that's why it's important to take him out of this football game, because he can make some big plays. He's very James Cook-esque, where he might not be as good of as every down back, but He's going to pop a run, 50, 60-yard touchdown every now and then. And New England and Drake Maye just in particular, like most like most NFL teams are, just far more difficult to stop when you're balanced. Okay? Far more difficult. That's why you got to make sure you make them be unbalanced and take away Trayvon Henderson. Number 3, similar to what we talked about last week. 8-22 got to take over. Okay? They've got to. We gave them that call for the Cincinnati game, and they did a good job at it. 66% completion percentage for Lamar, his highest since like week 10, I believe. 150 yards to the air, 2 touchdowns, an interception that wasn't his fault, great passer rating. He answered the call. Derrick Henry, 9.1 yards a carry, 100 yards on 11 carries. He answered the call. When your back is against the wall, right? When you still control your destiny, when you need to get wins, you need your stars. You need your best players to step up and win you that ball game. Sure, you need the offensive line to play well. You need DeAndre Hopkins to make catches. Rashad Bateman, that'd be helpful. You need Roquan Smith to make tackles. But at the end of the day, you need 8-22 to step up in massive way. What's your score prediction? Let me know down below in the comment section. I'm going to give you mine in probably about 5 minutes. But before I give you mine, I want to hear yours. So let me know down below in the comments. And while you're down there, you'll find a link to our awesome sponsor over at PrizePicks. Click it, download the app, use our code CLNS. It's the holiday season. That means it's the best time of the year for sports. You got bowl games, basketball matchups, playoff pushes. It's all happening at once. So while you and I are out here making decisions every day, what gifts to buy, what to eat, which game to watch, there is one place where it feels good to be right. And that's PrizePicks. PrizePicks now has early payouts. Really cool feature. If your lineup gets off to a hot start, you may have the option to cash out those winnings before the game even finishes. On PrizePicks, how you play is up to you. If you want the biggest payouts, go for the power play. No matter your play, PrizePicks is a great way to put your takes to the test. And if you want flexibility, go ahead and choose Flex Play. We got the college football playoffs coming up this weekend. I took the more on Trinidad Shambles, 1.5 passing touchdowns, and the more on both Ty Simpson and John Mateer to find the end zone with their legs. Big Friday night game between the Tide and the Sooners. Really excited about these ball games. You can have a little bit more fun watching them if you fade or tail me with my picks at PrizePicks. So download the PrizePicks app today and use code CLNS to get $50 in lineups after you play your first $5 lineup. That's code CLNS to get $50 in lineups after you play your first $5 lineup. Link to this promo is in the comments and description of today's video. PrizePicks, it's good to be right. Number 4, you got to be able to pressure Drake Maye. And he's a little bit more prone to getting pressured since Will Campbell got hurt a couple weeks ago and has been out. And the good thing is your pass rush is trending in the right direction. The Ravens had 10 quarterback hits against Joe Burrow, 5 from Draymond Jones. The attitude he plays with, the swagger that he plays with. And you also then held a Cincinnati team who put up over 30 points against you 2 weeks ago to 0. Like, you see what happens when you get pressured. You put them out of field goal range, like you did drive 1 with the sack from Tavius Robinson. You turn over the football. 2 picks caused because of the pressure you put on Joe Burrow. When your defensive line steps up, makes it a hell of a lot easier to cover the wide receivers and a hell of a lot harder for these quarterbacks to deliver good throws. Same for all quarterbacks. Same for Drake Maye. I mean, look at the grades, look at the stats when he's kept clean versus under pressure. His offensive grade on Pro Football Focus takes about a 30-point hit, as does his passing grade. Completion percentage goes down by 22%. Turnover-worthy plays, actually less when he's under pressure, but that's just because he's had so much less plays under pressure than clean, and his turnover-worthy plays percentage is almost at 3% under pressure. So Draymond Jones and Mike Green, Tavius Robinson, y'all got to step up in the same way. Kyle Van Noy. I talked about Lamar and Derrick Henry stepping up. You boys have got to be able to do it as well. And number 5, you got to be able to perform in the clutch. You got to be able to go out there and make those plays late in the ballgame. Because these games determine the rest of your future. These games, Sunday against New England, it's a massive, massive game for your chances of making the playoffs. It's huge. You got a tough schedule round out. You don't have much margin for error. the Pittsburgh Steelers, they still get to play Cleveland. You don't get to do that. You got to win this football game. So often, these football games against two good football teams who still have a lot to play for come down to the last minute. Can you make a big play late? I love getting that blowout win against Cincinnati. That late pick was awesome. But let's call a spade a spade. That game was pretty much already over by then. You were up 3 scores. That didn't finish it for you. We have not seen this team really all season make a big play late. Like the last time I can think of one, like where you made a really clutch play late in a football game, was maybe the Bears win, Gage. Maybe you did with the Jets and the Browns, but those are horrible teams. Now you got to go do it against good teams. And I think you do. I think you win 26-24. I think it's close. I don't think you cover. But in your last game in M&T Bank Stadium in the 2025 NFL season, I think you get a win. I think your backs are up against the wall. They're coming off of playing their best game yet against Cincinnati. I think they keep the ball. Make sure you guys got me followed on socials at Twitter or at Joey Petersen 8 on Twitter, at Joey Petersen 8 on Instagram. I'm right here on YouTube every single day. We'll have another video for you tomorrow, Thursday, Friday, Saturday, Sunday morning. We're going to keep you updated all week long, so make sure you join us right here. Turn on those notifications as well, so every time we make a video, you get it right before anybody else. Boom, pops up right on your phone, just like a text from your mom, text from your girlfriend, text from your wife. We're as important as those things, I'd like to think. So join us today.